Hey, what's up? Okay. Oh man, not this again. It's the whole square thing. What is going on with this? What is going on? Can I fix this? Hold on. Bear with me. This is Dominic D'Angelo. It is rumor and innuendo. It's a Monday. It is a Monday, and I am flying solo, and I'm trying to figure out how do I get this box out of here. Why can't I be a full blown screen instead of what I'm getting right now? Hmm? Is it? StreamYard is very weird right now. They changed something. I don't know how to fix it. This is what we're going with today. I'm in a box yet again, just in a square. But hey, let's say hi to some folks in the chat here. We got Jeff Henninger. Says, I got my lunch and made it just in time for R&I Live. Ooh, what are you having for lunch, Jeff? Alt Jake says, for me on the West Coast, so it's breakfast with R&I. What are you having for breakfast, Alt Jake? Dre Owen says, hello on RI. R&I TK booking Tony Storm in a fatal four-way seem lazy. Is it me? I haven't catched Collision. I did see that. Is it what's the kid's name? Is it Big Justice? He got choked out by Don Callis. Crazy, crazy. Oh, Stephen Chambers, howdy, long time. Tune in, uh, listener from my days with two Dynamite dudes. Oh, a breakfast sandwich. Dang it. I haven't really eaten anything. I was literally just eating a piece of chocolate before I got on air here. And so I need to have something a little bit more substantial after I'm done recording here with you guys. Um, but yes, quite newsworthy Friday night, wasn't it? Holy cats. Chicago, Allstate Arena. CM Punk had a busy afternoon before SmackDown even took place. He was at the Cubs game throughout the first pitch, sang "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." If you're familiar with CM Punk, he is from Chicago, so you do know he's a Cubs fan, and so big time Cubs fan. So he was really living the life, and wow, what a cherry on top to close out that night with his wife AJ Lee returning to pro wrestling, to WWE after a 10-year absence. And in a big way. A lot of the discussion was that this was not built in the right manner. WWE could have done a better job at creating and booking the return of AJ Lee. Some things leaked out. Robert took exception to what how WWE did it all, and made created an intriguing aspect to this coming out, I guess. But look, you look at the reaction she got. You look at how it all ended. Like Punk just grinned like a butcher's dog. That's a Pittsburgh Penguins reference, Mike Lang. So Punk would not like the Mike Lang Pittsburgh Penguins reference. But look, I don't think any of that matters. I think just what happened is a huge return. It was a huge return. I think it paid off. I think it will continue to pay off, and um we're gonna get something very exciting. I think with AJ Lee and Becky Lynch in specific. So I thought, what a cool moment to feel good about in pro wrestling. I wrote an article on my Substack, Wrestling Writing. Go to it, wrestlingwriting.substack.com. It's free to subscribe. There's a article I wrote about CM Punk and what a trajectory his career has taken. And this was like a real highlight. Friday was a real highlight for him in specific. You look at him coming back to wrestling with AEW and how big of a massive deal that felt for him and for AEW. And like it felt like such a great thing that everybody could enjoy, really. And like, wow, this really speaks to CM Punk and his love for wrestling. Is he getting him back? And then on turn, it speaks to the potential of AEW and what was to come for them, you know? So I thought him, like all that stuff happening basically made then what everything transpired in AEW with him from the brawl out. I mean, we just talked about it last week on social media. If you're familiar, this was like the 3-year anniversary since his infamous brawl out press conference, which I was front and center for. And him just ripping into the whole aspect of, Colt Cabana situation, and then the Young Bucks and Hangman Page and his frustrations, all that. And then he took, you noticed I was wearing a Pittsburgh Penguins shirt during that press conference and called me out on that, and made fun of Sidney Crosby, Mario Lemieux, Ron Francis. I have some follow up still, but either way, spoke to the beginning of the end, which felt like for CM Punk and AEW at the time, it felt like the end of Punk and AEW, but then he held around for another year. He came back and like Collision became a whole thing, and it just became this whole different aspect where it's like, okay, there's still momentum here. You can still build upon this and things like that. But then boom, Brawl In happens. Jack Perry, and we see Punk exit AEW for good, and what seemed to be the exit of CM Punk forever in wrestling, because that relationship with WWE seemed irredeemable. Just from the surface. But like in wrestling, CM Punk epitomizes the cliche in pro wrestling: never say never. Because really, really, of all people you think would never go back to WWE and that would have never happened, CM Punk was it. So him being able to come back to WWE at Survivor Series 2024, and then him being accepted in that manner, him accepting Triple H in the manner that he did, him accepting his new role in the manner that he did, and knowing that, man, this is going to be my final shot if I don't make the most of it. Sure enough, he's made the most of it. He's embedded himself in all WWE brands, NXT helping out down there, in like being in just big time feuds. And, you think of it, even when he got hurt, which felt like a huge gut shot for him, going and still having the feud of the year with Drew McIntyre while he's hurt, speaks to the star power. CM Punk speaks to the main event ability of Drew McIntyre at the time. Like, just resonated. It resonated throughout wrestling. And then here we go. Punk is feeling good. You see he's happy. You see how much his coworkers adore him. And then you see, boom, AJ Lee comes back. What does that say? It's a feel-good thing for pro wrestling. And what else was I going to say about this? So here's a little connection here. My New York Jets yesterday played a really great game against the offense did, against my hometown Pittsburgh Steelers here. And what a script got flipped, because the former Steelers quarterback Justin Fields now is the starting quarterback for the Jets, while Aaron Rodgers is the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just a shootout of a game. My Jets made some crucial mistakes and ultimately lost a game they should have won. Where am I going with this? Well, maybe think about CM Punk and the correlation you can make with him and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was disenchanted with the Green Bay Packers. He left the Green Bay Packers. Who did he go to? The New York Jets. Wow, feels like a great new beginning potentially. His teammates love him. Everybody loves him. Aaron Rodgers feels rejuvenated going to New York. The possibilities are endless. What happens? First 4 plays of the 2023 season, Aaron Rodgers ruptures his Achilles and is out for the year. His season is over. The Jets are the same old Jets, and they stink with Zach Wilson. They are awful. Aaron Rodgers comes back, feels like a new beginning, but potentially here we go. This is it. This is the time. Everything goes haywire. The Jets are awful. It's a bad franchise. The coaching is horrible. All across the board, the ownership is questionable at what they're doing. The coach gets fired. Boom. Chaos. Mass chaos. Boom. End of Aaron Rodgers with the New York Jets. End of Aaron Rodgers with the New York Jets. He goes away. Might be end of Aaron Rodgers' career, for all we know. Wow, the parallels here are just insane now that I'm talking about it. The parallels are nuts. So what happens is Aaron Rodgers goes to the Steelers. Like in what is people are questioning. Does Rodgers still have it? Hold on, my cat Razor. He's not around. Cat Razor's not around. Chili powder. Boom, chili powder. Whole Foods brand. Okay. Um, Aaron Rodgers is with the Steelers, and people are questioning: can he still play? Can he still go? Can he still do it? He threw 4 touchdowns and for over 200 and something yards. So 41, Aaron Rodgers has found a new beginning in Pittsburgh. Will it continue? The NFL season's unpredictable. You just don't know. You just don't know what can happen. Plus, he's 41, going on to be 42 later on in the year. You just don't know with pro athletes. And we're talking about CM Punk, who's in a predetermined genre here. But I think the parallels are just insane. That I just thought about all that stuff together. So should be I'm excited. I'm excited for Punk and AJ. I love my Jets, and the Jets are my team, so I wanted Aaron Rodgers to lose badly in New York. Didn't happen, but I'm rooting for Aaron Rodgers too. I just said too. I was like, I want if week 1 the Jets win, that's all I want, and then I want the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers to just succeed for the rest of the season. So it didn't happen. It was a good game. My Jets lost, but still. So there's the little connection I made. And so Punk and AJ back together in this new dynamic against a heel Becky Lynch and a heel Seth Rollins creates for some intriguing television. What also created some intriguing television was John Cena and Sami Zayn. John Cena accepting the open challenge that Sami Zayn brought back. So funny. Last week, I know I'm patting myself on the back quite a bit here, but last Friday, the graphic I put was John Cena with the United States Championship. And then in the American flag behind him, because the speculation and the reports are that Cena's last retirement match will be in Washington, D.C. So I was like, oh, we're going to go all out with the American flag, blah, 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 all that stuff. Little did I know that he would accept Sami Zayn's open challenge and actually face Sami Zayn for the United States Championship. Boom. Wow. Nostradamus. All right. Well, but cool. Very cool aspect. Created something special for the city of Chicago. Cena versus Sami Zayn. And then we get a no contest. Brock Lesnar comes out, destroys Sami Zayn, destroys John Cena. We got one of our main event matches at WrestlePalooza in Indianapolis. Pretty crazy that Sami Zayn got booed by Chicago. Shows how fickle wrestling fans are and how weird they can be. It's just fans just take over, try to take over the aspects of it all. Now, is it necessarily all the fault of the fans? I don't think so. It's necessarily all the fault of the fans. I think some of it too comes into play that, hey, are you heating up Sami Zayn in the right manner where it's like he is making that connection with the crowd? Sure. People like to cheer John Cena. And obviously the people are going to cheer John Cena. So you're not putting Sami in the best position to do it, but could you make him in a better position where people would not, where it's just, you're putting him in a tough predicament, I think, going up against the babyface John Cena. So I'm not going to put too much onus or stock is what I'm looking for, stock into what happened, but just kind of a weird aspect with WWE fans or wrestling fans in general. Okay, let's see. I'm just taking some comments. Dom the critic, it stinks. Stephen Chambers just end the season. Jets. I'm optimistic still. One loss does not define a season. Stephen Chambers says Rodgers has better receivers than he was with the Jets. He does have better receivers with DK Metcalf, and definitely a better offensive coordinator than he did with Nathaniel Hackett. And now he's got Arthur Smith. Okay, I know we're talking too much football, but Dre Owen says he did an Al Bundy, 4 TDs in a single game. Poke eye. The kids are calling it chili powder now. Isn't that what it's called? Look, it's called chili powder. What else do you call it? Am I missing it? Oh, you're talking about drugs. Okay. Jeff Hanger. Only when Robert is not here can Dom talk this much about the Jets. I know, right? Jeez. Well, his Dolphins do not look good. Let's just say that. Steven Chambers says it's only week 1. Let's see if Rodgers finishes his season. That's the key. Nostradamus. Wow. Hurtful. In late running. Good day, Dom and chat. What's up, wrestling old head? All right. So let's see. I just want to quote Bull Durham. Who doesn't want to quote Bull Durham? It's been many years since I've seen that. But yeah, really intriguing episode of SmackDown, right? Aleister Black and Damian Priest too facing one another. I'm all for that feud kind of happening. I hope they make more of that kind of stuff going on. I think there's more you can do with Damian Priest. There's a lot more you can do with Damian Priest. I think. I hope they don't stall him out. When it all comes said and done here. Let's take a look at the Raw preview. I know we have stuff on tap for sure. We're going to hit the dirt sheets and take a look right live and in color here. Let's take a look. Where's the Raw preview? I am on Fightful currently as it stands, so I'm trying to see if I can find where the Raw preview is. If there is one. There it is. Raw preview. Yes, AJ Lee is set to appear. Wonder what she'll say. I hope she gets to talk quite a bit because, I forgot how good of a promo AJ Lee is, but I also forgot how great her entrance music is. It's awesome. Like her entrance music rocks. So it really added to the environment that Chicago had going on. But hey, they're in Milwaukee, home of Happy Days. And the Fawn statue. So pretty cool. September 8th. This is my buddy. So here's a quick aside that you wouldn't get if Robert was here. But today is the birthday of one of my great friends, Bob Butterfuss. Now, without Bob Butterfuss, I transferred from St. Leo's Catholic School in 5th grade to Ridgeway Area High School, or middle high school in 6th grade. And one of the first friends I've made was Bob Butterfuss. Bob Butterfuss is a huge wrestling fan. So I was already kind of into wrestling at the time. Like I liked Razor Ramon and, all that kind of stuff. But without Bob, he helped really cultivate that wrestling fandom because he was such a huge fan. So me and him really hit it off. And so it's his birthday today. Bob Butterfuss turns 41 today. Yes, 41. So happy birthday, Bob. I don't think he watches the show, but always a great friend. And it's always good to see him when I go back to Ridgeway. Let's see. Milwaukee. Wrestling Old Head says, I ran across AJ Lee's NXT promo as Divas Champion where Bayley showed up and challenged her. Bayley called her crazy and Lee snapped. Now Bayley is dealing with, wow, interesting. Full circle storyline. Wow, you are making the connections there. How about that? So AJ Lee, yeah, I hope to hear her talk. I hope that will be a big thing tonight if she gets on the microphone. AJ Styles was taking on El Grande Americano. Should be fun. There's rumors. I think AJ Lee, too many AJs. AJ Styles, his contract maybe expires in February. So will he be venturing on somewhere else, or will he retire? Like he could go to. If you're making money, like why wouldn't you go to AEW? I guess, but maybe he would be just done. I don't know. It'd be a weird thing for him to be in the ecoscape of AEW. That's for sure. My cat is doing something. Razor, hey, come here. Hey, he's messing with bugs or something. My window's closed. I don't know what he's attacking over there. All right. Lyra Valkyria versus Raquel Rodriguez. Look, I like what they've been doing with Raquel. I think her conversation with Kevin Nash has been very beneficial to her. And I think it, her being vocal about it and saying like, hey, I spoke with Kevin. He gave me a lot of pointers and stuff like that. I think that's kind of helped elevate her on television. And so her versus Lyra Valkyria will be a fun, David versus Goliath kind of vibe to it. I think maybe this is where we'll see maybe Bailey uh, get into the situation. I'm not sure, but the Usos are also set to appear live. Does that mean we're going to get a tag match where the Usos reunite as a tag team against somebody? I'd be all for that. Um, should be uh, should be a fun show though. Um, yeah, I'm just really intrigued to see how they handle AJ, how she appears on the microphone. Look, she hasn't changed a bit since she left. Holy smokes, she looks great. Those abs are amazing. I know everybody's been talking about her abs, and so good for her. This is good stuff. Oh, look at Wrestling Old. It says Raquel listening to Nash and progressing is proof that these younger wrestlers need to be at least listen to what the old heads have to say. Oh, look at Wrestling Old Heads sticking up for the old heads. Um, so Ajaxly. I get it. I get it. But yeah, I think should be a fun show. Should be some fun stuff. I don't feel like there was something I needed to talk about when it comes to AEW. Oh, well, MJF got married, and that's pretty cool. Like, who knew? Who knew that was happening? And I think Taz was the first to reveal a photo of the wedding, and then a whole bunch of photos came up online. Uh, MJF married Alicia Atut. Alicia, I like a lot. Like, I interviewed her a couple times before, and we worked together in Major League Wrestling. We don't say that company on here, but we did work together several times, and she's great. She's a great person, very very nice. So her and MJF opposites attract, right? Opposites attract. So congratulations to them. Some cool photos, some fun photos that got leaked out, and I thought it was funny. So there, Hangman Page was caught in a group photo with MJF, and of course, social media made a stink about it. Well, Tony Khan had one of the tweets of the weekend where he was like, "Hangman Page is a fan favorite, and he wants to be there for nice people like Alicia Toot." And then somebody, oh, um, Trevor Dane, who's got a great social media account, or Dame. Is it Dame or Dane? Either way, he mentioned that like, how is Tony Khan going to Bill Watts out of this? And that's what Tony Khan said. And he's like, "There's your Bill Watts." And so I thought that was really good. So shout out to Tony Khan for a great way to keep kayfabe alive on social media of all things. Um, let's see. Okay, some more talk of AJ Lee. I listened to AJ Lee on Maurice Bernard's podcast. I had no idea AJ was homeless most of her young life. As someone who was homeless in my teens, I resonated with a lot what she had to say. I had no idea too that was part of it. I, was reminded that she has dealt with. She's been an advocate for mental health and stuff like that. I think she has bipolar, or she is bipolar or something, and so she's been very proactive in regards to getting the word out about that. And I think she's done that with a lot of her creative aspects that she's done outside of wrestling. Regarding AJ Styles, Alt Jake says TK wouldn't book him properly. Would be a great debut and no follow ups. Styles should retire while on top. I'm kind of with you. I don't want to see AJ Styles, I think, in AEW. I mean, if he makes money and he wants to do it to make money, go for it. But from a like creative standpoint, I don't see maybe the benefit of him doing that. Maybe he goes and has one last match in TNA or something. Now that'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool. Wrestling Older says gained a ton of respect and love for her being so open about her life, and she has agoraphobia, which makes it crazy that she's able to perform in front of a crowd. Agoraphobia, is that a fear of crowds? I don't know what agoraphobia is. Agoraphobia. Take a look. Agoraphobia AI is an anxiety disorder characterized by a fear of places or situations which escape might be difficult or help unavailable if panic-like reaction occurs. Ew, interesting. Interesting. Agoraphobia. I'm trying to think. That'd be tough to be in like an arena and a crowd full of people. I mean, there's a lot of exits in arena, so maybe that's not it. But like if you got like a lot of crowd, a lot of people, chaos going on. A couple of my ex girlfriends had some uh, kind of stuff like that where we'd be in a crowded area, very crowded, and like just it would not be a good situation, kind of thing. I'm used to being in crowds, so it doesn't really bug me that bad. Um, but yeah, that's got to be a challenge if you're a star too. Uh, so yeah, is the reverse of claustrophobia? Is it? Does it sound like that? I don't know. Putting that in perspective, it must have been a jazz concert inside of her when she returned to SmackDown, right? Oh, see, that would be good. Styles puts over Santana in a TA title match next year. Sign me up. Sign me up too. I like that. I like that a lot. Jeff Hettinger says agoraphobia is the fear of Al Gore. Oh man, I think we all should fear Al Gore. Man, that guy. Ugh. Okay, I guess that'll do it for me. Yeah, looking forward to checking out what Raw will be all about tonight, and I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about when it comes to all that stuff. So, yes, if you haven't yet, check out my wrestling Substack, wrestlingwriting.substack.com. My article on CM Punk is up, and now I'm intrigued to write more about CM Punk because of the Aaron Rodgers comparison. But we'll see about that. Hey, what you can also check out, go to rvdtv.com. My RVD welcomed Spike Dudley onto the show. So we talked with Spike for an hour and a half. Great conversation with Spike. Really fun, interesting, smart person. I love Spike Dudley. So it was great to have him on. Share some good stories regarding Bam Bam Bigelow, Mike Awesome. There's another really good story he shared too. But check it out. It's up now on rvdtv.com. Please like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. If you go to that channel, help support it and get the word out about it because that's something I really love doing with Rob is that show. So please check it out. Also, be on the lookout for some point this week. Me, Greg Gagne, and Magnum TA are going to try to get together and discuss all the controversy surrounding Power Town wrestling figures, stuff like that, and what you get their take on what's been going on in the situation, and hopefully it can provide some clarity to all the controversy that's been happening with that. And Jim Cornette just filmed a video talking about it and playfully taking some shots at Greg Gagne in certain ways. And kind of diplomatic in a lot of ways too about it all. So it's like just looking forward to kind of chatting about all that stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Fonzie and I plan to get together as well this week. Wednesday, I think, is our game plan at potentially 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to go over him versus Buell in detail. So I'm going to watch that match, and Fonzie and I will talk about it on Wednesday, 7 p.m., rvdtv.com. Also, if you haven't yet checked out the new Working Stiff with Robert and Scott, chatting it up a lot about AEW, Tony Khan's decision-making when it comes to pay-per-view and HBO Max. So lots of spirited conversation there. So go and check out the latest Working Stiff. But you can check us out every Monday through Friday here on the Working Stiff, not the Working Stiff, on the Ad-Free Shows YouTube channel, on the Rumor and Innuendo YouTube channel, on Oh You Didn't Know YouTube channel, and on the WWE Creative _ish X account at Dominic D'Angelo on X and at SE Scoops on X. So like, follow, and share. I'll see you tomorrow. Best of luck in your future endeavors, and best of luck to my Jets in their future endeavors.